I'm one of the lucky people who got to be a child in the 21st century with the best family I could ever get. This means I was born with a lot of resources. But one that I consider the most important is a quality education. But that made me think, what is education? How did it evolve? And most importantly, what can we do to make it better? Let's start with the roots of education. Education started in the prehistoric times, and their education consisted mostly in learning how to hunt, fish, farm, and other basic skills that they needed to survive. It also involved learning how to be a functioning part of their tribe. Their education was made by family members to the children. It's a simple type of discipline, but it continues to evolve. The next step in education was with the rise of early civilizations, such as ancient Egypt and Babylon. A really important change happened at that time. The first schools and teachers were being made. The problem was that only a few people became literate. So the next step was in Greece. In Greece, we had two places with really distinct educations. Let's start with Sparta. In Sparta, boys learned to be soldiers since the start of their lives. When they were 7 or 14 years old, they went to strict facilities where they had harsh training courses where they learned how to be soldiers. They served the army till the end of their lives, which was 40 to 60 years old at that time. Now the other city in Greece where the education was really evolved was in Athens. In Athens, people believed that people should be educated in both the arts of peace and the arts of war. So when kids were 4 years old, they went to the elementary school at that time, where their education consisted mostly of physical activities such as games or sports. Then when they were older, they started learning literature, which was Athens' big high point. So we learn about education in time. All of them are really different, since in Sparta they learn how to be soldiers, and in the prehistoric times they learn how to farm and fish. Although all of them share one thing, they were all preparing the child to the future. Schools nowadays aim to teach the 3 R's, which are writing, reading, and arithmetic. Arithmetic is math and all that goes with it. So it's a pretty reliable plan. You won't get anywhere in life without knowing how to read and write. And that's why I think we shouldn't scrap it, but we should build upon it. So one thing that I see people are already doing is adding a class called media literacy to curriculums. In the class of media literacy, you will know how to handle problems in media, such as support media, internet media, advertisements, and broadcast media. So some of the problems that we have on them are fake news or cyberbullying, and a lot of people have access to those types of media nowadays, and they need to know what to do. Another thing that my school, the International School of Curitiba, is doing is adding a program called STEAM. STEAM is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math. What my school is doing is adding a design thinking area, design and innovation area, where they would cover the parts of technology, science, and engineering. The next big project for my school is adding a theater where people learn arts and other things like that. So these are some things that people are doing and that are proven to work. So what I noticed with my research is that education is a bit like DNA. It has all the things that you need to have for life. So being it to evolve or any other thing that you need after. But school nowadays is not evolving. And that's why I think that school should change as the world changes.